seniority here, and start with Dr. Burgess
Well, thank you, Chairman
from
Rogers.
Texas.
Yeah, I am from Texas. Independent Petroleum Association is very big. I've been to your Wildcatters Ball before. It's quite something. I really appreciate all of our witnesses for talking with us. Dan, when you began your remarks, I was reminded that when I started on this committee, Jay Inslee sat somewhere over there and was a kind of a thorn in the side even back then. But oh my gosh, you shared with us the actual effect of the carbon tax that he has now put forward. And Donna Jackson, you gave us a very heartfelt description of how it affects people downstream. So the advancement of that type of, if I can call it energy policy, I guess I should call it a tax policy, but the advancement of that is going to have a massively disruptive effect on the people, the very people you were describing.
Oh, absolutely. You know, if you think about this, in Detroit, the median income is $20,000. That's for a family. Are we really expecting someone that's making $20,000 to be able to afford to fill up their gas and buy food? The impact is devastating. Even the national median income for African-American families is $40,000. Let me get that in perspective. That's $3,000 pre-tax. A lot of us in this room, a lot of people in this room have a larger mortgage than that, and people are actually raising a family on that. They can't absorb these extra costs without it having a big impact on their standard of living. And our goal should be to make sure that people have a pathway forward. But when you're putting people in a situation where more than 30% of their income is going to energy costs, 30%. I mean, imagine that. 30% of you're making some real decisions in terms of how your family is going to survive. Now, we don't have to do that because when I look at the energy policy right now, it's like I have a refrigerator full of food, but I'm going down the street 10 blocks and asking them to feed me. I mean, we have the abundance of energy right now, and if we were producing, those energy costs would be cheaper. Also, those jobs represent high-paying gateway jobs for people to come out of poverty. One of the things I would like people to remember, it was the industrial jobs created in this country that actually created an emergent, vibrant Black middle class. And what we're doing now through the war on energy is getting rid of those industrial type jobs that built the middle class. Why are we going backwards instead of going forward? Ford Motor Company, Chrysler, all of these corporations built a vibrant Black middle class. Wouldn't it be cheaper than to give out handouts through the government and build enormous monumental buildings than to let individuals make their own destiny and create their own financial stability?
Do you want an answer to that question, or was it rhetorical?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, available, affordable energy, independent petroleum producers, state of Texas, we stand ready. The difficulties are all above the ground, not below the ground geologically. And it's self-inflicted, and really the purpose of this committee is going to be to begin to dial back some of those problems that have really just accelerated in the last 2 years and left us with very, very severe consequences for the very people that are your constituency. I appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
I'm just going to ask everyone, just pull the mics a little closer. Some are having a hard time hearing when it's your turn to talk. Sorry. Thank you.